it's not them who do it, it's the version of them with alcohol.
My name's Annie Minton and I work for Horsham Rural City Council on the Youth Can project. The Youth Can project is part of the Vic Health Alcohol Cultural Change Initiative. We're one of 9 projects in Victoria that received funding from Vic Health to participate in the initiative. Young people aren't all receiving the same messaging with regards to alcohol education. Two schools in Horsham have actually implemented a new curriculum, which is the same in both schools, just to sort of try and rectify this issue that young people aren't getting the same messaging. Another issue we found during stage 1 was that most young people told us that their alcohol is being supplied by their parents or older siblings. I think a lot of parents think that they're doing the right thing by giving their child alcohol so they know how much they're drinking, but there's been a lot of research done about this, and all of it shows that young people that are supplied alcohol by their parents are actually more at risk of harm and dependence later in life. So the purpose of the students working with Full On Theatre is to actually create a video to inform parents about how they see the culture and how they feel about drinking alcohol. The theme of this activity is that it's okay to say no, and this applies to young people saying no to drinking alcohol, as well as parents banding together and actually saying to each other, it's actually okay for us to say no to our children, and we don't have to supply them with alcohol.
My name's Dave Houston and I work with Full On Theatre. Annie Minturn invited us to come up to Horsham to work with a group of young people, primarily through theatrical means. So we did some workshops with a bunch of Year 9s and Year 8s, quite large numbers. We explored alcohol content, the good things, the dangerous things, the embarrassing things that come from drinking and drinking underage, but also reflecting on parents and parents' behaviour and the culture of alcohol in Horsham, alcohol consumption.
I guess we got involved with the project because the university had a long-term relationship with the city of Horsham, and we got a phone call saying, oh look, we'd be really interested to explore the nature of alcohol use in our region. So we did a bit of research in the early days, and we found that there were some significantly alarming findings in terms of the population in general, and that alcohol use was really very much higher than the metropolitan norm. We made the decision, in consultation with a group of agencies and with the Rural City of Horsham, to explore what were the issues from the perspective of young people. So we undertook a research study speaking to the young people and seeking to get their perspective. And what we found was that not only were they aware that it was an issue for them, they also made it very clear it was an issue they wanted a voice in. They wanted to actually explore, what can we do? So we spent a number of months getting their voices heard, hearing their narrative, and the story they told us was that there wasn't a lot to do in Horsham in terms of social activity. So that was one small proportion of component of the issue. But the big issue for them was that they felt that the message wasn't getting out, that someone needed to give the message that it was okay to say no. They had great ideas about, let's get the message out, let's actually be the ones that spread the voice and say it's okay to say no, and we understand that there's an issue. We want parents to know what the message is for us and the message that we're getting, and we want parents to know from us and where we stand how we'd like things to be done differently. And it's really hard sometimes to talk to our parents about what we're experiencing, and we'd like to use theatre to do that. We'd like to have games to do that. We'd like to tell our story in different ways, and so I guess that was the birth of the whole project.
This news article, medicinal marijuana.
Oh, it's a joke, mate. It's a joke.
It's a bad drug, I reckon.
Take it over the country in a minute.
Look, they're doing it everywhere. Can I have another drink, love?
Gotta give it a shot. Thanks, boy.
Your son wouldn't be drinking, would he?
Oh, yeah. But he wouldn't touch the smokes. No way.
Look, you can buy it anywhere. Can I have a drink, love?
Yeah, no, wouldn't touch the wacky tobacco, no way. Boy,
I don't like drugs.
Jeremy.
Hey, Fiona.
That's good. Yeah. Nah, drugs are bad, mate. They'll mess your head up.
Yeah, especially hey, they'll mess the kids up.
Yeah, we don't want to let them touch that.
You've got to set a good example.
Hey, Jeremy! Done with that. Thanks, buddy. Boy. Boy. What? Oh, yeah, let it out. There it is, mate. Beer. A gateway drug to more beer.
Sponsored by beer.
Whoa, face this way and put your hands behind your back.
If you want to be arrested at a young age, drink alcohol. Alcohol leads to bad decisions.
Yes, I have felt peer pressure to drink. And yeah, a lot of the times I probably do fall for that peer pressure, but now when I'm a bit older, I've kind of settled down a bit and realised that you don't have to drink to have a good time.
I have felt peer pressure to drink. I feel like it's just a thing we do in society these days. You have to drink. If it's a party, you just have to have a drink. Like, it's just part of our culture, I guess.
Where do you think you can find or get alcohol?
Some people find and get alcohol from their parents.
I think the main source of alcohol for teenagers is probably like older mates or their family. I know my parents supply most of it, so they know what I'm drinking. But
Probably from the shops or from their parents.
I think teenagers mostly get alcohol from their parents.
Teenagers get alcohol from their parents.
I feel like teenagers drink nowadays from peer pressure from friends that drink. They drink to fit in. They feel like they have to enjoy themselves. But yeah, I feel like a lot of it nowadays is because their mates are doing it, so it's a lot of peer pressure sort of. So
I think teenagers drink for a lot of different reasons. Some are just going through a lot, want a break. I know there's a lot of peer pressure that goes on.
I think teenagers drink because they want to experience what adults do, just having fun and going out, having a drink. And, you know, if they're having a rough time, they'll most likely, you know, just go to alcohol because it just makes them feel better.
I reckon teenagers drink to like get their mind off things, like to have a good time, but as people say, you don't need alcohol to have a good time.
to be honest, I think it's getting worse, the alcohol culture in Horsham. Yeah, it is sad to say that, but I think that kids are getting younger and younger that are starting to drink and drinking a lot, like not just a couple of drinks.
The alcohol culture in Horsham it's pretty bad. I know there's a lot of really young kids that are going out like every weekend. You see it all over social media. It's not hidden. Like, they just put it out there and it can get pretty out of hand sometimes, and it's just stupid, really.
The alcohol culture in Horsham it's pretty bad. You know, kids just are even in year 7, they start drinking, they start having gathers, and it's really bad, and hopefully doesn't get worse and it gets better.
The alcohol culture needs to be improved. It's turning really bad. Kids are starting to drink at a younger age because I think it's all cool and fun, and I think it's the best way to party and everything.
Yes, I feel if someone's like really in your face drunk, I feel a bit uncomfortable and really get a bit agitated and kind of get a bit angry with them. But I guess, yeah, they're drunk. You've just got to kind of understand that sometimes they're not thinking straight, so I can control myself. So
Around people drinking alcohol, I do feel comfortable. It's just at the point where they're really off their face and they start to get, like, I've been around abusive drunks and that, and yeah, that's not a fun experience to be in. But yeah, around just people drinking in general, it's okay. Just it's when it pushes that limit and you do get smashed that it can feel pretty uncomfortable. Yeah.
I feel like you could change the alcohol culture in Horsham probably by promoting I know we already promoted a lot, but promoting the serious dangers of drinking at a young age and what it can do to you in the future. I don't know, you could be 16 and drinking and you probably think, oh, it's only 2 years, it could make the difference. But even I know some people that don't drink till they're 18, and you just think of the amount of times that they've still enjoyed themselves. And yeah, I think promoting that you can still go out and have a good time and you don't have to be absolutely smashed and all that sort of stuff. Like, you don't have to drink to have a good time. So I think we need to promote that more in maybe having events like freezers that you don't have any alcohol at all, so stuff like that, and having more events in town like that instead of having bus parties like we always have and you just go out to a paddock and get smashed. I think we need to have more events that are alcohol free to show kids that you can have a good time without drinking. So yeah,
I think we could change the culture in Horsham is just doing documentaries like these and putting out posters and just letting all the kids know that you don't have to drink to have fun.
Spreading the word and saying you don't have to drink alcohol all the time. You can just have fun without alcohol. It's starting to turn ridiculous that everyone's starting to drink at a younger age.